128 is the natural number following 127 and preceding 129. In mathematics, 128 is the seventh power of 2. It is the largest number which cannot be expressed as the sum of any number of distinct squares, but it is divisible by the total number of its divisors, making it a refactorable number. The sum of Euler's tangent function phi over the first 20 integers is 128. 128 can be expressed by a combination of its digits with mathematical operators, thus 128 equals 28 to 1, making it a Friedmann number in base 10. A heptaract has 128 vertices. 128 is the only three-digit number that is a seventh power. In barcodes, code 128 is a uniform symbology specification alphanumeric barcode that encodes text, numbers, numerous functions, and designed to encode all 128 ASCII characters, as used in the shipping industry. Subdivisions include 128A, 128B, 128C, GS1-128 application standard of the GS1 implementation using the code 128 barcode specification ISBT 128 system for blood product labeling for the International Society of Blood Transfusion. In computing, 128-bit key size encryption for secure communications over the Internet. IPv6 uses 128-bit addresses. Any bit with a binary prefix is 128 bytes of a lesser binary prefix value, such as 1 GB is 128 megabytes. 128-bit integers, memory addresses, or other data units are those that are at most 128 bits 16 octets wide. ASCII includes definitions for 128 characters. Cast 128 is a block cipher used in a number of products, notably as the default cipher in some versions of GPG and PGP. Graphics cards have a 128-bit, 256-bit, or 512-bit data bus to memory. Atari 2600 consoles have 128 bytes of memory. Sony's PlayStation 2 Emotion Engine CPU has two 128-bit vector units. Macintosh 128K was the original Apple Macintosh personal computer released in 1984. Laser 128, released by VTech, was a clone of the Apple II released in 1984. Commodore 128 Home personal computer, which had a 128 kilobytes of memory, released in 1985. Enterprise 128 Zilog Z80 home computer, released in 1985. Jane 128 was a GUI-based integrated software package for the Commodore 128 personal computer, released in 1985. River 128 was one of the first consumer graphics chips to integrate 3D and video acceleration in 1997. Super Mario 128 is a cancelled Nintendo game, though many elements were included in Super Mario Galaxy and Pikmin. In the military, USNS mission San Luis Rey was a United States Navy mission Buenaventura-class fleet Oilers during World War II. Cyrenaic was a United States Navy Haskell-class attack transport during World War II. Cavallaro was a United States Navy Crossley-class high-speed transport ship. Leonis was a United States Navy Crater-class cargo ship during World War II. Velocity was a United States Navy Ork-class minesweeper which removed mines from minefields laid in the water. In transportation, a small car manufactured by Fiat, the Fiat 128 from 1969 to 1985. Seat 128 was a two-door coupe version of the car. The BMW 128i convertible. 128 is the number of many roads, including Massachusetts Route 128, Boston's Inner Beltway. Route 128 station is a stop on the Massachusetts Bay Transportation Authority Attleboro, Providence MBTA commuter rail line in Westwood, Massachusetts. STS-128 is a currently flying Space Shuttle Discovery mission to the International Space Station for 2009. In other fields, 128 is also the year AD 128 or 128 BC. 128R is a year in the Islamic calendar that corresponds to 745-746 ye. 128 Nemesis is a main belt asteroid. Ross 128 is a red dwarf star, 11th closest star system to the Solar System. 128P Shoemaker-Holt is a periodic comet in the Solar System. The atomic number of Unbioxium, an element yet to be discovered. The number of musical instruments specified in General MIDI. Sometimes they are numbered 0 to 127 and sometimes they are numbered 1 to 128. 128 Film, a film format. Sonnet 128 by William Shakespeare. In music, a 128th note is a note played for 1/128th of the duration of a whole note. Most modern house music is in tempo of 128 beats per minute.